Let's get going. Let's get civving over here. So we're playing as France. We're playing on Deity difficulty. We're playing on a standard size map, a fractal map, which has led to very interesting. Where we are here, like this continent that we're in is dividing the world in two. There's no way to get from one side to the other. Unless, of course, you decide to build the Panama Canal. Regular canals could not do it because of hills and things like that. There was no way, even with the lake over here, there's no way for us to get regular canals to cut things in half. But this Panama Canal right over here, assuming we get it, we got 15 turns left to go, will be unbelievably powerful because there's a lot of water on this map, so navies are important. We do have the Venetian arsenal, so we can power up our navy pretty well. And if we can able to go in between the two coasts over here, that's going to be really, really substantial. Or less about two coasts, it's more like there's an inner lake or inner sea over here. This is the Bering Sea. Is that the only name? No, yeah, no. I guess this whole area is just called the Bering Sea. I mean, unless this continues here, it's sort of a little bit locked in. But being able to mount naval dominance on this sea, and then as well as the primary ocean over here, is going to be pretty substantial. So we'll see how it goes. We're playing as Eleanor, or yes, Eleanor of Aquitaine, who can lead either England or France. We're choosing to lead France. France does generate some bonus culture-y things and whatever, but one of the big things is the ability to sometimes culture flip cities. We actually had that for a while with Brussels on the lake, but because of back-to-back Dark Ages, we did ultimately lose this back to Sweden, which is a bit unfortunate. But before the stream started, I was just looking with the loyalty lens over here, and the city of Rosaspata over here only has 4.5 excess loyalty, which isn't that much. And Ayacucho over here actually has no excess loyalty whatsoever. If we get a little bit more pressure over here, we might be able to get some things to start flipping. They're fairly small cities, although the AI tends to grow its cities pretty quickly. Brussels and vodka sauce over here could potentially do that. We have a trait where great works in the city exert loyalty pressure, -1 loyalty pressure within 9 tiles. So if we can get some great works in Brussels and vodka sauce, we might be able to start pushing these cities down. The other thing is repeated spy missions in these two cities to drop their loyalty 20 points at a time might be able to make us make a little bit of progress that way, which would be interesting. So Brussels and vodka sauce has to grow. The other thing it has to do is has room for great works. Now, it turns out we have a crap ton of money. And the reason for it is we had an aid request. We were hit by, I think it was when this volcano went. So there was the aid request went off, so everyone's giving us a ton of money. I mean, our economy's pretty good shape as well. But we've got tons of cash that's been sitting around. So I think Brussels and vodka sauce here, we're going to do a few things. I'm going to purchase the shipyard that we were building. We may as well get the monument as well. Not that that matters as much. And then what we're going to do, it's a shame that we don't have Raya all the way up to contractor to be able to purchase districts, but you know, can't win them all. We're going to start building a theater square because with the theater square, we're going to be able to put great works in here. And then ideally after that, maybe a water park or something like that so we can run Brennan circuses. But a theater square is going to be good. There's a bit of risk of flooding over here, but I think we're going to go ahead and roll the dice. With success with Dark Ages, this is a heroic age. Indeed, it is a heroic age. And not only that, we've already overshot what we need for our next golden age. So we're gonna have 2 in a row, and the counter hasn't even started going down. Like, we had a really low golden age production for a while, which is a little frustrating, but now should more or less be okay. So yeah, can't rush the theater square. I don't think I want to change the management of the citizens over here, although let's make sure it's got lots of tiles in this city. In fact, I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to purchase this reef over here, because reef is a pretty strong tile. And actually, we have all kinds of coastal bonuses. Let's make sure we've got that. Just have as much space as possible so that Brussels and vodka sauce can play fairly aggressively. It's got good food tiles over there, good food there. Yeah, that's a lot of production. I was going to say a little faster growth might be good. We could move you over here, but that's a lot of production. So most likely what we're going to do as trade routes become idle. We have 7 of 8, but I'm assuming... Yeah, we can't build another trader, so just have one idle. What we're probably going to do is have them come out of Brussels and vodka sauce so that it gets more growth and more production so that we can sort of power that through and maybe do that. The thing is, we're not going to invest too heavily in general in this whole culture flipping thing because it's fairly easy to resist it. But if we can pull it off, it's going to be nice. And in any case, we want more theater squares because we want just generally more culture, more tourism, more all kinds of stuff like that. No one's coming any close to any victory conditions. Christina of Sweden has the most tourists, and Peter is second. We actually are third in true number of tourists, but we do have a lot of wonders, and theoretically things should start going. Ideally, we'd take back Brussels on the lake because it has a bunch of wonders there too, but I don't know. There's a possibility we'll have to go to war with Christina at some point. Or something like that, just to try to stop her from snowballing. Domination, nothing going on, nothing in religion, nothing diplomatically. Well, the Incas are a little bit ahead, but it's not that close yet. Buy tiles close to London to help exerting pressure. I don't think the tiles do make a difference for pressure. Buff. It's not like previous game culture flipping or anything like that. If you want to flip the Incas, you need to take the Lady Liberty. Yeah, so they built the Statue of Liberty over here, so they can't get the culture flipping. We could consider a war against Cajamarca or something. If we get like, I don't know, well, 2 battleship armadas, or, you know, 3 or 4 battleship fleets, we can basically just take anything. We actually already have a battleship because we popped a Great Admiral for it, which is ahead of time on tech, which is kind of nice. We're also going to be flipping into democracy in a second, which is beautiful and exactly what we want. You can flip Vilnius easier. It will help greatly. You think so? Because right now... Right, it is actually dropping. Never mind. Slowly but surely. Unfortunately, we can't... While we can send a spy to a city-state to screw with envoys, we can't send to a spy to a city-state to mess with loyalty. But yeah, Brussels by the Mountain. Maybe if we can get some great works in there. I actually don't know if it's got room... for Brussels by the Mountain does have work for a relic. Do we have a relic? No. Yeah, no. Governor. Well, yeah, we have Victor here. That's a good point, though. We do have, we have Amani. Yes, with the loyalty. I think she'd be positioned on Brussels on the tip because we're hoping to put pressure there. But you're right. I should go and throw her in Brussels and vodka sauce. Boom. To push a little bit harder. That way. And then Victor doesn't really have to be deployed anywhere. Don't call them battleships, they call them culture ships. Friendships is what they are. Builder... Yeah, this is out of range and will never be worked. Same thing here. You're blank because I think... were we going to build a neighborhood there or something like that? It's possible. Things we really have very little for our builders to do right now. Until we get a few new things like solar panels in the deserts or something like this. Yeah, the error change, it's a good point. Persian Aurora says maybe we should wait to change to democracy when the era changes. That way we can get, because when you switch up in government tier, you get era score. The thing is, it's far enough away. I think we want the benefits of democracy as early as possible, rather than waiting. But yeah, French ships. Ah, not friendships, but French ships. That's pretty funny. Where's the trade route then? You didn't get prompted?
Nothing more.
Maybe I'd already moved it last time. I might have moved it to something like Brussels on the Sea or wherever building Statue of Liberty, but anyway, democracy. So yeah, we can confirm the era countdown hasn't started yet. I think changing to democracy is going to be a big win. We'll get some extra policy cards, 2 extra policy cards, which is huge. Trade routes to allies. We do have allies. Giving us food and production is going to be massive. More alliance points as well, and discount to gold purchases. Hey, we have a lot of gold. It'll be nice to go ahead and dump things in there. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and embiggen ourselves to democracy, getting more era score, which is kind of sort of going to go to waste. What are we going to do? We want to keep running skyscrapers. I think what we need is we need to run once again our pro-science policy of rationalism. And then for diplo policy, we are suzerain to quite a few things. Yeah, more of this. Actually, I think what we need to do is we have to run Machiavellism, so spy operations are faster. So it'll take, I think, 6 turns instead of 8 turns to do the -20 loyalty thing. I think that's going to be a very potent thing. Other than that, we're going to keep working towards great works. We got some bonus science over here. All the AIs will have golden ages again because the eras are for some reason super long in this game. It's possible. Because, yeah, there might be a lot of gap between these eras. It might give them lots of time to accumulate points, which would be annoying because, of course, it would let them generate more loyalty. We have no civics currently that have a boost to them. So, sort of the question just becomes, I think we want cultural heritage so that we can uncumber shipwrecks. I think someone's already building the Sydney Opera House, which is a little unfortunate. But shipwrecks might be nice for us to uncover. Otherwise, something like social media. No, that's loyalty. Culture bonus. Tourism. More tourism to civilizations you have a trade route to. So we're going to beeline towards, well, beeline towards social media. I mean, it's got to pick up basically everything, but that's going to be the next goal. So yeah, cultural heritage, which needs to, into social media. Excellent. We've completed a spy here. Yes, it is way over its housing. We definitely want a neighborhood over here. That was the idea. I think we chopped like a banana and a jungle over here to not lose the value of it, but we need to let that city continue to grow. We have a military engineer here who's going to build us some rail between some cities. You're going to sit idle. So yeah, this trader, while I do want the Panama Canal quite badly, I think it's actually slightly more important for us to move you to Brussels and vodka sauce. So we can get it to grow and build some things. Again, I don't know if it's worth spending the effort trying to get some more city tile flips, but it's worth considering. Ada Lovelace still has one charge and allows us to build one extra district somewhere above our limit. We don't need her right now, so we're going to save her for now. And then this spy, I am going to send you to, let's say, Rosa Spata over here. And we're going to do some negative loyalty stuff. Foment unrest. Foment is a fun word. Claude over here has just been installed in Brussels on the lake. Could try to heist at 63%. I think originally we were putting you here for potential fomenting unrest, but I think I'm actually going to move you to Ayacucho for fomenting unrest over here, because they're slightly better targets. It does suck to spend the time to move them, but... Oh, neutralize the governor. That was one of the things we were thinking about, but... even neutralizing the governor, because we'd open the loyalty lens over here. Even neutralizing the governor, they have way too much loyalty. We can't do anything about it. I mean, I realize it's the pro-loyalty governor, but still. See, this is not in range. It's not a luxury good. There's no reason to improve this. Like, at all. Here, just go hang out over here. And yeah, there's nothing I can buy in Brussels and vodka sauce to do anything. So we'll just save the money for now. Why are you working on Inca loyalty when their cities can't flip? Isn't just the city with the Statue of Liberty that can't flip?
Radio is the theater of the mind.
Are literally all his cities immune? I thought it was only where he had the Statue of Liberty. Within 6 tiles. So, I don't know if it's the city center or the Statue of Liberty, but still, Rosa Spata is more than 6 tiles away. So, we can't flip Cajamarca, and potentially we couldn't flip Cuzco either, but that's okay, that's not a chance regardless, so. No big there. Move to here. Do that. You sit tight. You sit tight. Scythia is beginning a military assault on Lisbon. Okay. Trade route over here. Vilnius has got a mission for us. Since we're gonna do it to get the boost with Vilnius, and it doesn't give us food or production anyway, I'll just go ahead and do this rather than ship it over here. Is it worth the envoy? I'm actually wondering if it's not. You know what? I don't know if one envoy is worth it. And yeah, I think I'd moved a lot of things to Brussels by the Sea because of the interest in us completing the Panama Canal. But I think I'm actually not going to stress as much about it. We just shaved a lot of time off the the theater square. Oh yeah, and then we've got all our little island nations over here. Brussels and curry sauce, Brussels on the reef. Actually, that's what I can do with some of my idle
It's whiskey and chocolate.
builders here. Is they can go and help out over here. We got whiskey and chocolate from Cooler Man. Hey, Cooler Man. Just bought my dad this Christmas gift, a special Christmas beer for him. Ooh, what do you wish for Christmas? I can tell you what I wish for Christmas, Cooler Man. I need a new kitchen knife, a new chef's knife. I've had this wonderful Wusthof chef knife for well over a decade now. But the handle's developed a crack, and there's probably some way to get that replaced or fixed, but I don't know. So I want a new one. So that's what I've put at the top of my wish list this Christmas is a new chef's knife. 8-inch probably. And I've always been a fan of Wusthof. Add burger chain to the tech tree. Give advantage for flipping. Ah! You wish for new pants? Well, Cooler, I hope you get new pants. Yeah, we might be able to build some more things over there. I'll send you that too. And this engineer. So you'll move here to connect up the city. Yay! More air score, you guys! Oh boy! Oh, this is so good to have so much air score right now. I'm so happy. We're gonna send you to Stockholm. Just make sure we've got a trade route going to Sweden, although most likely we did. Got to keep it up with all of our allies. Level up those alliances. Oh! Little skirmisher came to the wrong neighborhood. Run away! I just bought like 50 of EU4 DLC, blame you. I'm sorry, Akafi, although hopefully, yeah, there's the fall sale going on right now on Steam and maybe on the Paradox store as well. So do check if you've been holding out on DLC for some of the Paradox products or maybe expansions for Civ 6, this might be the time to pick it up. I do heartily recommend, if you've never picked up BattleTech and it's on sale, I think BattleTech is still so fantastic. For your first playthrough, for the story, the campaign, you don't even need the expansions. If you play through the campaign, you finish it, and then you still want to play more and you want to go into the more open career mode, kind of sandboxy mode, then the expansions are super highly recommended because they're really good. But you don't have to like stress about rushing it. Brussels by the Mountain still doesn't have a harbor, but I think we do need to get more theater squares in more places. Too bad I can't flip that tile because that's a big production center over here. It's nice to get the adjacency. Yeah, all these tiles. This would be. Oh, it's stone. Do we want to consume a 6 production tile for a theater square? I mean, maybe. Thing is, there's a lot to be said about a harbor as well, because it will get us another trade route, which is a super, super powerful thing. We're going to want a harbor regardless. Maybe I should just do that. Is campaign a good way to learn the game or just practice for the... Craven, you mean BattleTech? Yeah, just do the campaign. Yeah, for sure. That's the way to do it. It's got sort of tutorial built in. That is for sure the way to do it. I think I'll build the harbor, because it's just trade routes are so good. Yeah, we'll eat the fishery, which is fine. Oh, I guess I'd already placed the harbor. I'm like, why didn't ask me where to put it? But I remember now. I'd put it as a placeholder to make sure I didn't waste a charge in the wrong place. Got that panda. Yeah, you are an army as well. Oh, which is what we were building in Brussels by the Mountain. Excellent. You just go ahead and alert up here. Keep that choke point. Wonderful. And boom. And so now come over here and build that there. There is rail on this tile, right? Yes. Okay. It's the graphic is broken because of the canal. Maybe I wonder if it completes it, if it'll look different. Or if it'll always look kind of wonky. Hey, there! We just met Lisbon, who's apparently being attacked by someone. Sucks to be you, Lisbon. Hear about Civ 4 dropping? No, not Civ 4. I'm assuming you mean Civ 5, Civ 6. On the Xbox and PS4. But yeah. It actually works surprisingly well on console. Someone has built the Golden Gate Bridge, which is fine and legit and not a big problem, I think. Brussels à la Russe. which was a Russian city, as well as Brussels on the beach. They were both flipped. Aquarium, amenities, potential science boosts and things like that. Oh, you don't have a harbor yet. There you go. Get that going on. Let me purchase the lighthouse and the shipyard. Get your production boosted pretty well. Oh, there's a new trader available. But just build... Do you have a harbor? I guess get started on the theater square. We'll put it over here in the desert, because desert tiles are pretty pointless in this city. Over in vodka, or Brussels and vodka sauce, we're going to purchase another trader. Excellent. You don't need the railroad through the city, really, but we may as well. And Karlstad. Oh, minus 30. Wait, why is it minus 30 loyalty? Isn't it supposed to be minus 20? Am I getting that number out of nowhere? Isn't Foment Unrest minus 20? And yeah, it does have a promotion, you're right. Counter spy, linguist, polygraph, home territory, enemy spies, operate one. Yeah, we'll get linguist. Yeah, more era score. New era, increases level of the spy, maybe? Oh, maybe that's what it is. It could be any one of those things. I don't know. Foment. I don't know.
Water, water everywhere.
Hey, natural wonder. It was probably more era score. Oh man, we're at 183. Oh, we did. Oh, we also did the first circumnavigation, you guys. So we are now overshooting the era score by 18, and we haven't started the countdown yet. Yeah, this is fine.
Destroying rainforest for economic gain is like burning a Renaissance painting to cook a meal.
Yeah, envoys. I don't think we want to make any policy changes.